hospitals are one of the most dangerous places now, didn't used to be that way, it's one of the most dangerous places to work. And you know, we got people, guys, some of the most unhappiest people on earth are also working in that hospital. Some of the most sleep-deprived people on earth, you know what I mean? Some of the most abused by the doctors that walk around and pick on us, you know, kind of people on earth, right? And am I really worried about this patient pissed me off, I'm not cleaning the room. I mean, there's so many human things that we do as nurses, right? And as allied health clinicians, that these bugs are just like, thank you for that, thank you for that, thank you for that, thank you for that. And now we've got this epidemic, guys, of superbugs, okay? Hydrogen peroxide kills them all. Just FYI. Hey, we got a way to beat them. Just letting you know. Okay, the brain first, then the hydrogen peroxide. Okay, transduction. Transduction. It would be nice, guys, if you knew something about a virus and how they make babies before we do this. But we're just going to do it now, and then when we get the viruses, you're going to be like, oh yeah, we did that in genetics. Right? Transduction is also funky. This is an idea that viruses put their DNA inside a bacteria when the bacteria is not watching. And now the bacteria is exhibiting this viral genome that it received because it got infected. Okay? Guys, transduction is very similar to what we were talking about with how we get cervical cancer, ladies. Okay? When an HPV virus finds a cervical cell and accidentally puts its genome in the right place at the right time, involving cells, cervical cells that are involved with cell division, right? You've got to go ruin the mitosis genes. Okay? It doesn't matter if you go ruin the hair color genes if you're HPV. You're not going to get cervical cancer, you're not going to get scalp cancer that way, right? You have to land in the cell division genes for cancer to pop off. Okay? But this is related to that. Look at what we're talking about, everybody. Here's a phage. Vocab time, right? P-H-A-G-E, guys, is short for bacteriophage. Phage means virus, but it's so commonly used that we use it to just talk about viruses that infect bacteria. You hear the word phage, we're talking about viruses that only can infect bacteria. We could just swallow a whole gallon full, guys, of these in water, won't do nothing to us. Because their chemistry doesn't match our chemistry. So they can't make us sick. All right, they're bacteria killers. And they look just like that. That little Bugs Bunny spaceship, right? Little Martian dude, okay? Kind of like his spaceship. The space modulator is the last part, but I couldn't get the first part. Okay, but the little dude, right? Little black guy with the oversized feet that Bugs didn't always find on Mars. His rocket looks a little bit like that. Okay, they look exactly like this. Little spaceship dude that has the DNA in the, what we call, guys, the head. We're going to learn this phage stuff. Let's do it now. The genome is in the head, and you've got these tail fibers that they use to sit down and land on you. And then when they find the right chemistry and they sit down with their tail fibers, then they screw down on you, okay, with this base plate. Screw it down like a washer, guys, and a screw. Screw down to the cell wall. And then they deliver this hypodermic needle that goes right through all the peptidoglycan. I mean, imagine, a syringe, guys, that would penetrate this building, like a needle about this big around. Okay, just boom through the building. That's what these guys are doing. They're injecting a needle to blast through that cell wall, basically blasting a needle through a brick wall, as far as, at the molecular level. And when they're doing that, the reason why is because they want to use that needle, that syringe, to deliver their genome. Okay? So, the spaceship, that's the phage, sits down on the host and delivers its genome. We get that. Okay, we just learned something. This is really how viruses infect. Okay? They attach and they dump their genome. Their shell, see the shell, guys, the rocket ship? That has nothing to do with anything. That's just a little delivery deal. Okay? Once the thing gets inside, we're going to learn this too. That's actually the virus. We're going to clean up our language too. Okay, so let's take this from the top. I've got my phage, it injected its genome, and we've got a bacterium with a circular chromosome just laying there, right, about to be infected. Okay, this is an example of how phage make more babies, all right? It's a two-step process. You guys know that every now and then you get a cold sore, right? Every now and then. And when you get a cold sore, it goes away. Some of you all never had a cold sore. That's great. That means the herpesvirus has not penetrated your epithelial cells. Okay? The cold sore herpesvirus, guys, is different than the STD. It's kind of, very related. Okay? There's different strains. But, the cold sore, you get it and then it goes away. What's that go away mean? What's the explanation for the go away? What's that called?
It's not shedding or something?
Again, guys, just one more time. What, Dana?
Healing?
Not healing. There you go, Miss Washington. Yeah. Is that they're active for a while, guys? I had an outbreak, right? The herpes STD, right? Had an outbreak on the side of my leg. Okay, then it just went away. The viruses blew out some cells, and then, guys, went dormant. Okay? I'm going to show you here what dormant looks like. All right. Well, I'll tell you. Dormant means I'm not out here making babies, blowing out cells. Dormant means I go land my DNA and slip it inside the chromosome and hide for a while. I go inside your chromosome and just disappear. And then for some reason we don't understand why. We'll get to it. My virology professor, his job is to figure out why do we get herpes outbreaks, cold sores, STD, the whole nine. What causes you just to pop out and start killing cells again? We don't know. All right. So I come inside, guys, and what normally happens, this is the cold sore. We got two things that we do here as a phage. This first one I'm going to call the cold sore stage. Right? Cold sore means I've got virions, I got viruses, and I'm killing cells. Okay? Never kiss anybody that has a cold sore, guys. You've always been told that. It's disgusting and all that kind of crap. But the reason why is because when they lyse the cells and you have sores, there's just billions of viruses just laying there right on the surface of the sore. Okay, extremely contagious. Yeah, it's not an accident that they picked the lips. Okay, could have been the forehead. Not too many cold sores, guys, on our foreheads. Okay, because we don't kiss that way. It's not how we pass stuff. Viruses are stupid, but they're not that dumb. Okay? All right, so cold sore mode is that I inject the virus, right, and then I start killing cells. I start making sores. The phage, guys, the first thing it does, it makes an enzyme that chops up the competitor DNA. Hey man, I want all the bacteria stuff working on me, not that DNA. So let's chop that stuff up, get rid of it. So everybody just focuses on me. Okay, and then when you focus on me, you bust out a bunch of babies. And I hatch, and then go infect a bunch of other cells. The big boy bingo word for hatch is lice. We lice the cell, okay? All right, now, you guys can maybe see it from back there. We've got aqua and purple. The virus, everybody, is aqua. The virus genome is aqua. The bacteria is purple. The problem is you went and chopped up all the bacteria pieces, right? You chopped them all up, and then Dum-Dum over here goes over and picks up, instead of picking up the pieces of viral genome and sticking it in its shell, in its head and its capsid, okay, we'll learn all that crap later. Instead of doing that like you're supposed to, you went over and picked up some purple. You went over and stuffed some bacteria DNA in your own shell. So now what's the consequence of that? That guy grows up, so he's got some bacteria in there. He's got his aqua too. But he's got purple all over the place on top of his genome. So now purple guy goes and infects another cell, right? What did he do? When he sits there and injects his genome, he's not just injecting his aqua. What else is he injecting? The bacteria chromosome DNA too. This is an example, guys, of how viruses can be a vector for transmitting DNA from bacteria 1 here to back. You guys can see, again, the stupid editor with these colors. This is maroon, and that's reddish burnt orange. Come on. You know what I mean? It's hard to see, guy. It would be a lot easier, again, if this was a red cell and this was maybe a blue cell or something. These are different cells. This guy takes his blue, infects another cell, and when he gets into this stage, now we do this is cold sore, this is dormant. Okay? Now, because phage can do two things, and we don't understand when and why and how. Phage can do two things. It can do cold sore mode, and then it can go dormant and disappear. I showed you cold sore up here. When I make a bunch of viruses, and I make so many that it makes the E. coli erupt. Okay? So many you explodes the cell. Now, this guy comes out and doesn't do cold sore mode. He goes a different route. He goes in and sticks his genome into this other circular chromosome of this other bacterium, and he ended up delivering dark purple into the light purple genome. Guys, what if this stupid virus picked up the penicillin resistance gene off of that particular chromosome? That one dude had the resistance gene. Virus goes and picks it up and gives it to another cell. Oh my God, now this guy's resistant too, because a virus delivered that gene through transduction. Okay? Where a virus accidentally, because it's stupid, it picks up a fragment of the chromosomal DNA from bacterium 1 and goes and infects another cell and delivers it there, only instead of going cold sore, we disappear and go dormant. So now we've got this purple incorporated into the genome. It was all light purple. Now it's light purple with, theoretically, a resistance cassette, a resistance gene. Okay? This is how these guys beat the crap out of us all the time. Passing dangerous genes around. So again, what's the answer? Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all as fast as you can. Because if you let them hang around, a virus can come down, pick some crap up, deliver it to another dude. But if they're all dead, there's nobody to deliver it to, guys. Okay? Horizontal gene transfer. 2 examples that are kind of hairy. You got to go back. Looking at me explaining it, you kind of understand. Some of you guys are lost with this part right here. Right? I know. But you got to go back and really grind it and then come up with your own personal questions and then text me. All right? Okay? So you understand it. It's going to require a little bit of patience and determination, okay? Not everybody just gets this. But it's the idea. One more time. Virus infects a bacterial cell. You didn't know this, I just taught it to you, but a thing that viruses do when they get injected inside of a host cell, first thing that they do, or I say, I can do 2 things, one of which I can go cold sore, right? If I go cold sore, I go in, chop you up, right? Make a bunch of babies, and make it cold sore, right? Rupture that cell, kill it, okay? And then we go spread. That's one way. Okay, but again, when stupid picks up the chromosome and now he's all purple, okay, because he accidentally picked up a little fragment, he's supposed to do all aqua, but picked up some bacteria, now he goes and infects. Okay, now he doesn't have to, for whatever reason, it's Tuesday, so he doesn't do cold sore. He does the disappearing act, where he goes inside the host cell chromosome. And now that chromosome has just picked up some DNA that it never had before. Because a virus delivered it to him, guys. Bad. Crappy. Okay? Almost break time. I think we're close to being done. All this we're skipping. So, transposons. Okay? Skip transposons. A little blurb about these guys. Transposons are called jumping genes. This is another way that you can get a mix, guys. When I've got my chromosome just laying there, and oh my God, here comes a freaking jump